I now give the floor to the distinguished representative of Pakistan.
Thank you, Chair. Pakistan is host to one of the first peacekeeping missions, the United Nations Military Observer Group in India and Pakistan, UNGA, deployed in Jammu and Kashmir. We are also among the longest serving and largest troop contributors to UN peacekeeping. For over 7 decades, Pakistani Blue Helmets have served with professionalism, courage, and distinction in 48 missions across 4 continents. More than 237,000 Pakistani peacekeepers have served under the UN flag, and 182 of our bravest have made the ultimate sacrifice in the cause of international peace and security. Our contributions reflect Pakistan's deep commitment to multilateralism and the principles of the UN Charter. Chair, UN peacekeeping today stands at a critical crossroads. The very tool that has defined the United Nations' credibility in maintaining international peace and security faces unprecedented political, financial, and operational challenges. The ongoing liquidity crisis is the most immediate and serious symptom of a deeper problem, a waning political commitment by some member states, and if not addressed earnestly, it risks undermining this indispensable instrument of peace and the most visible symbol of multilateralism. Despite the challenges, UN peacekeeping remains one of the most effective, legitimate, and cost-efficient tools available to the international community. Multiple independent studies confirm that UN peacekeeping is far less costly and far more legitimate than unilateral interventions and other forms of peacekeeping. With a total annual budget of about US dollars 5.5 billion, it accounts for less than 0.3% of global military expenditure. It continues to save lives, monitor ceasefires, protect civilians, and stabilize fragile regions at a time when more conflicts are raging than at any period since the Second World War. The world needs stronger peacekeeping operations and not weaker ones. Pakistan supports reforms and improving efficiencies in peacekeeping. We support the ongoing review of all forms of UN peace operations mandated by the Pact for the Future. We look forward to the Secretary General's report and hope that it will provide a clear blueprint to restore confidence in UN peacekeeping operations, align mandates with resources, and adapt missions to new realities without compromising the foundational principles of peacekeeping. In this regard, Pakistan offers the following recommendations for strengthening peacekeeping for the future. First, peacekeeping must be guided by political objectives and end goals. Mandates should be realistic, achievable, and tailored to ground realities and not the political preferences of individual Security Council members. Each conflict context is unique, so as a one-size-fits-all approach must be avoided. Adequate resources must be made available to achieve the mandates. And more importantly, in current context, mandates should drive resources. Resources should not shape mandates. Second, troop and police contributing countries who bear the greatest risks in the field must be fully involved in all stages of mandate formulation, review, and transition. Structured and substantive triangular consultations between the Security Council, the Secretariat, and the troop and police contributing countries must be institutionalized to ensure ownership and coherence. Transitions and drawdowns should be based on conditions and not calendars. Withdrawals must be well considered. Drawdowns without viable political end states create vacuums that often reverse hard-won gains on ground. Third, the safety and security of peacekeepers must remain a top priority. Attacks on peacekeepers continue to rise and must be addressed with urgency. Accountability to peacekeepers must be as strong as accountability of peacekeepers. Attacks on peacekeepers must be investigated and perpetrators prosecuted and deterrence strengthened. Fourth, Security Council Resolution 2719 was a landmark in the regional partnerships in peacekeeping. Partnerships under Chapter 8 of the Charter are indispensable for burden sharing and regional ownership. We have seen backsliding on commitments made under Resolution 2719, and this must be addressed. Similar modalities could be explored for partnership with regional and sub-regional organizations, including the OIC, ASEAN, and others, to strengthen regional security mechanisms. Fifth, technology and innovation, from early warning systems and remote sensing to digital logistics and telemedicine, must be harnessed to improve operational efficiency and reduce risks. However, technology must complement and not replace human presence and community engagement. Sixth, new arrangements such as the Haiti-led gang suppression force and discussions on a potential mission in Gaza illustrate a growing appetite for experimentation beyond traditional UN frameworks. While innovation is welcome, it must not come at the expense of UN peacekeeping, which commands unparalleled legitimacy, neutrality, or accountability. Seventh, the Special Committee on Peacekeeping Operations, C34, remains the only legitimate and representative intergovernmental forum for reviewing all aspects of peacekeeping. The C34's intersessional decision by annualizing the substantive session of C34 must not make the committee less active, and the committee must continue its work in the intersessional year. While the Secretary General's review is a valuable secretariat-led process, its recommendations must ultimately be considered, debated, and adopted by member states through the C34 to ensure legitimacy, inclusivity, and ownership. Mr. Chairman, peacekeeping is not a panacea, but neither is it expendable. It remains the most visible embodiment of multilateralism in action and a symbol of collective resolve to confront conflicts through international cooperation. Pakistan reaffirms its unwavering commitment to working with all member states to ensure that UN peace operations remain credible, adequately resourced, and firmly anchored in the principles of UN Charter. I thank you.